going to talk to everyone about the effects that we have on the environment and how we can control the amount of pollution that we're putting out. It is crazy that we do not take a step in preventing pollution when we have we're so advanced, we have such great technology that we're not using and putting it to good use. I mean, instead of having so many trees cut down, how about we turn society into a paperless society or just use less paper? We need trees. I mean, in order to have a clean, healthy environment, you need oxygen. And when you cut those trees down, it dilutes it. I mean, because of so much pollution we're putting out, we need more trees. We need more oxygen in the atmosphere. We need to think about our children. Our children, it's not, if we just sit and not do anything, it's just going to get worse and worse. We need to take in consideration what their health's going to be like and also our own. We should care about our own health and we need to take care of ourselves. And the air we breathe is very important, and the water we drink and the food we eat is very, very important. There are four types of pollution. There's soil pollution, there's water pollution, there's air pollution, and all other kinds of pollution out there. And we need to prevent any further damage to the environment that's already done. And right now, there's lots of premature deaths from pollution that we need to take in consideration. People have died from this in India and over here, but in poorer countries, they don't have the technology like we do. So why do we just let it go on and not do anything about it? We aren't a poor country. We can afford to put a little extra money into the environment, and we need to learn how to put it to good use. Also, we need to learn how to recycle. There's so much trash laying around here, and all of it is recyclable. I do not understand why you're so lazy that you can't just take it and recycle it instead of just leaving it, throwing it everywhere. We're too in advance of a country to just let it go. And another big point that I want to make is energy. We use so much energy. I mean, when you go to my house, I leave all the lights on and stuff. There's no point in leaving all the lights on. I'm very bad about it. If you would just turn those off, it would save tons of energy. And also, it would help your light bill out, so it would save you some money. But I just think that it's crazy that us as Americans don't step up and do something about it. We cannot just keep waiting. And also, if you want to protect the environment, you have to think about the animals. Animals were put here for a reason, whether to eat them or if you're vegetarian not to, but they're here for a reason. And you need to respect that. They're here. And we need to treat them with respect by not putting trash in their house, so to speak. Don't put trash everywhere and an animal come and eat it and then die. You just need to think about things. You wouldn't want somebody coming and putting a ton of trash in your house, would you? You have to think of it like that because it is important, and you want to have a pretty healthy environment for animals to live in. We cannot keep being selfish and only worrying about ourselves or not worrying if you're not taking care of the environment. And also, we eat way too much, which I know I'm a little chunky, but we really do eat too much. We need to start conserving food. We really do. We need to start giving it to people who are less fortunate than us. Believe it or not, there are people out here who are homeless in the United States who cannot afford food. So how about we help them out and give them food? I mean, we eat way too much as a society, and there's people out here in America that could use it. So how about you just reach out your hand and help somebody out? And also, when you wash your hair, water usage is incredibly important. You want to conserve water, don't you? Well, the one thing that you need to think about when you're shampooing your hair or taking a bath or something, don't use as much. I'm really bad about leaving the shower head on when I'm washing my hair. I'm pretty sure all of us are, or we wouldn't be, lacking water. So that's one other issue that I have. And also, when you think about the environment, or at least when I think about the environment, you need to learn how to conserve. That's our main issue. We overuse everything. Everything is overused. Water we overuse, food we overeat, we just do all sorts of stuff that we should not do. Enough isn't enough in America. We just overuse everything. And I think that if we took into consideration that there's a lot of people out here that go without, then we might not use as much, which would also help the environment out. Who knows, maybe in a couple of years we'll have a huge drought and won't have any water. But if all of us come together and start thinking about this, then we might take the initiative and put forth some effort to conserve. You have to think of it like that. One person can make a difference, but if two people get involved, it can make a huge difference. So think of it like that. And also pollution. You need to realize that driving vehicles and cars, that puts out carbon monoxide in the atmosphere. If you would walk once a week, if you would walk to the store, if you live in town, or just walk somewhere that you're going to drive a short distance, it would probably save a lot of pollution that is just, there's no point. You just need to take all this in consideration and realize that your children are going to pay the price for this whole society being lazy. And we don't need to be lazy. We want to teach our children not to be lazy. And we need to protect our environment, and also we want our kids to be healthy. So in order to do that, we need to prevent the pollution, we need to save energy, and we need to conserve our water.